I think we're
Ooh, we're
live.
live.
Hello,
Hi.
my
Yeah.
dude.
Fancy meeting you here in this little old place. You know when we did our live with the Clown Town and DC, I didn't even say fancy meeting you here. I'm
Oh
like,
my
damn it,
gosh.
I forgot my greetings. I don't know if I've got comments on. Sorry.
I don't know. I think it's just this loading still on YouTube.
Yeah. Hang on, let me check YouTube.
Mm,
Oh yeah, I can see that we're live on there. Oh, I
okay.
shouldn't be. I'll change over to my normal account and just have a quick look. Do do do. So how's the Christmas season
Well,
treating you?
right now, first, hi for everybody that doesn't know me. My name is Kareenah, and I usually make bilingual anti-MLM content on my channel, but it's been a minute because mom life, and that's okay. And yeah, I'm just here ready to party. I might have or might have not taken a gummy earlier. I got some snacks, so it's gonna be a good time. But thank you, Tish, also for having me.
That's
And
okay.
Christmas season is kicking my butt. Like so bad. So bad. Been very stressful. We're also preparing for a winter storm, and this is Texas, so it's always really, really hot. It's been like 80 degrees at Christmas before, so we are so not prepared for this type of stuff. The last time we had a situation like this, we were without running water and electricity for 2 weeks. So I'm freaking out. My anxiety cannot.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we got everything that we needed to get done, and we have like some water on the side. We got groceries, all that stuff. So it's been stressful. So I was looking forward to being
Yeah.
here all day
Yeah.
today.
Sorry, my dad was just yelling out to me. Hi, Tanya.
It's okay. Hi, Tanya.
Yes, I know last time they had like big issues, didn't they? There was like no power and oh,
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine how awful that would be for people who are already not well off, you know. Um sounds awful. And especially because it's usually fairly warm in Texas.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Tanya earlier actually. That last time we had like no money, like we were in a really rough spot. All we were able to afford was like a few loaves of bread and some peanut butter and jelly, and then we had to like make it until he was able to go back to work and stuff. So this time I'm definitely a little bit more prepared for sure. We at least have some drinking water. So, we should be fine, but I'm still stressing out. That's just the
Yeah.
nature of who I am as a person.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Mhm.
Oh, we've got some more people in here now. I can see
Yeah, I'm
5, but
sharing it on my Instagram. That's why I'm being
yeah,
rude and being
I'm gonna do that too. Because I was talking to Val before.
uh-huh.
Oh no. Ooh, no, we don't want a selfie. Ooh. Oh,
Okay.
that's a terrible picture. Yes, so
I just took the
Australia's
worst screenshot ever. But that's okay.
um that I have been overseas once when it was Christmas time, but I went in December, so it wasn't snowing yet, and I had really wanted to experience snow. So it was icy in Berlin, but it was not snowing. So I was a bit sad. It's
Yeah, I don't
my own
think I've
fault for
ever.
not researching.
Yeah, it's. I think I've seen snow a few times in my life, and the last time it was when that last winter storm. I don't remember when it was. I think it might have been in like January or something. And it was like we're just not prepared as Texans. We are not prepared for temperatures that cold. So it's hard. And then Leo was a tiny baby too. I think he was like one maybe. Yeah, so it was hard. But But we made it, and I'm a lot more optimistic this time around, but also very nervous. And my anxiety, it's just my anxiety, you know.
I can't imagine it, to be honest. Especially when I mean, we have the same thing with flooding here. When it looks like it might flood, everybody just cleans out the shops. And it's like, it's okay, it's just a little bit of rain. And the other town I used to live in, I like they actually built extra large like bypasses because of how badly it flooded there before. So yeah, but we have the warmth of of Christmas, and because of where I live, I don't have an electricity bill, so it's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and because it's a teacher house, it's got air conditioning in every room, so
Uh-huh.
it's very nice. I'm very lucky.
That sounds really
Yes,
nice.
yeah, yeah. That's the advantages of so the town I live in, it's called a bust boom town. So
Mm,
it'll it'll have sometimes the rent will be $200, and sometimes for the same house it'll be 1,000 for the same house.
wow.
So it goes like up and down. Yeah. So that's why they provide teacher housing here. So then the teachers can always afford it because otherwise they
Uh-huh.
wouldn't get anyone. Yeah. So
That sounds amazing. I
I
cannot imagine paying $200 for rent. We pay 850 for this like very small house. So it's and we used to rent a house that was 1300. Yeah, it's crazy.
am I don't know if anyone's commenting. I know Tanya said hello, and there's five
Yeah.
people here. Maybe are you lurkers? The
Can you
lurkers.
guys blink for us if you can
Yes.
type, if you can comment, please?
Oh, hang on. Oh, there's
Okay,
Janet.
there's more
Hi,
people. Yeah. Okay, so
Janet.
they can blink blink.
Okay, cool, cool.
Awesome.
All right. So we're here, gathered here today, to well, Veronica is about to get married. Uh,
Good for
I
her.
think, yeah, yeah, yeah. She's been with her partner for a long time, like a couple of years now. Um, I don't she never says what his business is. Like Marcus is doing this, Marcus is doing that. I am teaching him how to sell. Like, what's his business then? Because if you want him to be successful, do you not want to also promote the business?
Yeah, for sure.
But how had you heard of Veronica before?
Yes,
Like,
from her Monet days. I think I might have seen her in passing here and there in Chelsea's video or someone else's video, and I was just like, ugh, she seems annoying. Like I just knew something about her I was not going to like. And then I saw her a few times on other people's videos like you and DC. And I never lurked on her though. Like I'm not blocked, surprisingly. But there's been some things that she said, and I'm just like, you sure you won't say that? And she just annoys me altogether, I think. So today we're gonna be reacting to one of her older videos simply for my satisfaction because the latest thing, like the newest things that I've seen of her, I cannot deal with her and her entitlement and just her privilege. So I actually went back and this is the video from when she was in Monat. And I didn't watch it. I just made sure it was like screen recording, and then I walked off. So I don't know what we're about to watch. I just know that it was something about growth. That's it. That's all I remember. So I'm not
oh,
responsible for my facial expressions.
me too, me too. Because she just like you nailed it, entitled. She's so entitled, and like when she quit iGenius, which P.S. she is still a member of iGenius. She hasn't. She's just not building a team. Like she can still. In other words, if anyone stays there underneath her, she will still get money.
Yeah.
It's only $25 a month, but
Still.
she's still a member of iGenius, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but she said, "Let me school you on life." That was the name of her video when she quit iGenius. Like what?
I think, yeah, I
What?
saw your video. I saw your video. I was like, oh my god, she makes my
Are
head
you
hurt.
And I think that, like she's got all these, I am just and moral and blah blah blah. But I'm pretty sure she was in the team that was doing the rank buying, but I'm not 100% sure because I know it was a Miami team.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Yeah, that's true, Janet. She might be locked into a bridge contract. That is true. Um,
Possibly.
because that's what I think Jasmine is still there, with
Mm-hmm.
Dre. Because I'm pretty sure Dre has deranked because she had been at um she'd been at the next one up from IPA with Daniela M, who went to Q Sciences.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the latest thing I saw, she was an platinum ambassador, which is IPA, which is below.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, uh, how's it going over there, girls? Because I have not seen those girls on the leaderboards in a long time. Long time.
Honestly, I have no idea. Also, hi Sonia. I have no idea. I haven't been keeping up with them because they make my head hurt, you know. I can only take so much of them. And if I have to watch them, I just rather give you guys the view on YouTube, like my friends on here. So I just wait until you guys cover them. But I probably will look into them soon. It's just time.
Actually, can I might. I've got a really short. Have I got it on here? Sabrina was talking about the digital dynasty
Mm-hmm.
and saying, like there were some haters there, and I'm like, were there haters? And I did record it because I was gonna because it was only like about 2 or 3 minutes long,
Yeah.
and I was gonna record something with it, but I'll see if I've got it because that would be. It's only short, and yeah, and it mentioned the
Yeah. Yeah.
haters. Like we're
I
not,
can't wait to
like
see. I don't know if it's out already. Chelsea's video. She said she's making a video on it. I cannot wait to
yes,
see her video.
I know. I'm like I was lurking in there as well, and I have a screen recording of what we were doing. I'm just not
Yeah.
sure if the sound is going to be any good. I haven't watched it back, but yeah, uh, because she said she was going to have it out quickly, and I'm like, come on, it was so funny,
Same
and they
BC.
they
I don't see how they can continue to sell crypto given that the crypto market has tanked. Yeah. And I don't know a lot about crypto, but what I do know, I actually learned from shout out to Raquel or Turd Girl One.
oh, I
Anything that
love
I
Turd
know
Girl.
about crypto is because I watch her videos on it. So if you guys haven't seen those videos yet, go show her some love. She's been in my lately because reasons, but we love her here. So
Oh,
show her some
absolutely,
support.
absolutely.
Tell her I sent you.
Yeah, and then the gals, the two gals from like Coach Sana and uh in my last video that I did, they're like, "Oh, invest in crypto. Are you poor? Do you want to do well in the recession? Invest in crypto and NFTs."
Bruh.
Are you stupid women? Are you stupid? Oh,
Yep,
you stupid
exactly.
girls. I
Sky.
can't find it right this minute, but I'll definitely pass it on because it made me lol.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. With Veronica, so Veronica, the reason why Veronica blocked me only recently,
Please tell me.
um, because I told her that she needs to do uh trigger warnings. That's it.
Bro. I think I
Yes.
saw that on
She
a
was,
live.
yeah,
You
yeah.
said it Clown Town's live, right? I remember. I
I
think I
think
remember.
so. I think so. Yeah, and I just said, hey, because she was talking about trigger warning, unaliving oneself. Okay, she
Mm-hmm.
had a friend who'd done that, which she blamed on
I saw
being
that video.
possessed.
Ugh,
Possessed
I cannot with
people
this
with
woman.
yeah. um, she and I said, Veronica, you claim to care about your following, but you don't give
Uh-huh.
trigger warnings. You need to give trigger warnings. Boom, blocked. Hello to everybody in the chat there. Starting
Jessica.
starting to pop. Woo. Okay, so we'll start this video because Veronica is Veronicaing. Um,
You ain't wrong though. You ain't wrong.
she's a special sort of a special sort of someone. Now, the other thing too is she definitely takes advantage of Spanish speaking people. So
Yeah.
that's the other thing that is not good. Oh, hang on, let me pause her there. Um,
I think I recorded it's gonna start again, so I don't know if you it just takes like a couple of seconds, I think, because I went back and put it on Do Not Disturb so I wouldn't get messages or anything.
okay, that's all right.
Mm.
Um, so how do you feel about that? Like you know, what's the general consensus? Is it pretty normalized because of like Herbalife and things like that?
I just think the reason why my community or like the Hispanic Latin community gets hi Tish it gets very targeted is because it's very easily it's very we trust people. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So for example, if my aunt was to come to me and be like, listen, I took this like drink and I made me lose like 15 pounds in like a week or something and I feel so good about, oh no shit, that worked for you, okay, I'll try it. And then they're like, oh well, you can make money. And I'm like, no, heck, I can't see anyone not liking it, so why wouldn't I join? It's like the trusting thing. So yeah, I would say it's pretty normal. I think it's pretty normal, but also it's disgusting because I just don't understand. Well, I understand because there's a lack of information in Spanish and stuff, but it's really hard. And then once my people get like stuck with something, they like love it and they like will die for it. So it's a weird dynamic knowing people that are in MLMs for sure, and finding out how they joined or why they joined is also like mind blowing. So yeah, I would say it's pretty normal. That was my very long answer.
uh, do you think someone like her who has predominantly grown up in America, uh, like, does she know what she's doing? Do you think?
um I would say yes. One second. I would say yes. She knows what she's doing, especially if her parents were immigrants and she's not first generation American or like Hispanic American, Latin American. If she's not first generation, if she is first generation, then she knows what her parents have been through. Because I cannot see myself as like if I was in her shoes, knowing how much my parents struggled, I couldn't do it. So I don't know if like her parents were born here as well, or if
Mm,
they came here, they immigrated here. So I don't know, but yeah, she definitely knows what she's doing, like for sure. Especially because it's such
mm.
a untapped market, especially for crypto. Because my people are just learning about crypto. My dad just asked me what that was, and I was like, honestly, I
Yeah.
don't know.
But and that's the same with the Middle East. That's what Rakan is hitting at the moment. He's definitely they were out in oh, where was it? They were in like it wasn't Saudi, but it was starts with a B.
Mhm,
I can't remember, but it was huge. They had this big thing, and in the comments of Isabella Lanta's video, somebody was saying that they got tricked over there, and I was sort of saying, well, I just said, oh, what happened? Like how did it all happen? And it said, like no one knows what an MLM is over there, so
yeah,
they're just getting suckered into it because crypto is everybody wants in on crypto and they
yeah.
think that's the only way to learn it. So, yeah, I think they'll probably get another couple of years out of this before they, get go under because it looks like they've done their dash in America and Canada and those sorts of places.
Yeah,
because
I
everybody
want
sort of knows you.
to address Jessica's comment. I think a big
Yep.
factor in immigrants being targeted is usually they don't require a social security number and an MLM is a way to make money. Yes, but they do require a ITIN number, which is essentially the same thing. It's given to immigrants to report their taxes and to kind of like start their credit before they can even think about applying for a green card. So they don't ask for the social security number, but they do ask for the ITIN. And I've spoke about this a few times before. It's essentially the same thing as a social security number, and they can damage it. Like they will strike it, and then when you try to fix your papers, they won't let you if there's like fraud on that number associated with that number, or you owe like a lot of money in
Okay.
credit cards or like whatever. Because the reason why that number's there, they want to make sure that you're a productive citizen, and you're gonna be okay if they give you like the green card. Like you're not gonna be doing any type of like basically that you didn't just come here for like the benefits that they give some people. You know what I mean?
And does that include like can you go bankrupt?
Yeah. For
Oh,
sure. And
okay.
also, that's the number while you are in the process of fixing your documents and stuff. That's essentially the number that you would use in place of a social security number to say, apply for a job, buy a house, buy a car, rent a place. Like, so it's a big deal. That number's
It's
a
so
big deal. And it's the same thing pretty much.
it's so interesting because it's like we know that you haven't come like another immigrant, but you're allowed to work there. But
Mm-hmm.
it's very interesting that there's a whole system for it. And I mean,
Yeah.
Australia has a similar agreement with New Zealand. Like you can
Uh-huh.
work, you don't need a passport to go over there, and like you can come and go. And I'm pretty sure you don't need a visa to work over there or anything like that. So
Yeah. Hi, the
New
clown
Zealand's
town. Hi, y'all.
yeah. Thanks for the conversing in the chat there. We're just having a chat. Yes, okay, let's start this. I've
Let's
watched
go.
some of her old stuff and it's still pretty she's still pretty like she's very arrogant.
I haven't.
You know,
I don't know like her because like when you go back. I don't know if you've ever done it, but when I go back and watch like some of Brittany Rose's older stuff, she's not the same person. Like her
yeah,
demeanor, how she
right.
carries herself, everything's completely different. So I'm interested to see
Hmm.
if it's gonna be the same thing here.
Mm. All right. Let's
This is a very spicy collab. Everyone, get your milk. Before we get started, do you allow the cursey words here? Because I know you do, but I don't know if you allow guests to
yes.
do it. All right,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't want to get into some shit here for no reason.
That look the dogs are on the they're okay. They're not going to pick up the bad
Oh,
words.
your puppies are so cute.
Oh, I know. And but they're just
Please
getting
be good.
playful too. All right. Oh, 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 oh. And please tell us if the sound works or doesn't work, people.
I can hear her, but it takes her a second. Look at how awkward she is at the beginning, but like same. I do this for lives too.
She's like,
Hello, hello. Happy Monday, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
you know what though? That is not normal. She doesn't do that anymore. That's a bit different, just the way
Yeah.
she is. Okay, did we hear her say hello, hello, people? Do, do, do. We'll wait for a second. You can hear
Oh yeah, this
hooray.
is from back in the day when she was in Monat, Gus and Val. Also, sorry
Yeah.
if you hear Lee in the background. He lives here. I can't kick him out. Sorry.
That's right. You know, whenever Chelsea says, I'm sorry if you can hear
Oh
William,
yeah, but
I've
he
never
lives
heard
here.
him. I've never heard him. So
For
I've
real?
heard him maybe
I
snort
hear the
once. Yeah.
little Wiggum snores, but they're so relaxing. It's like white noise in the background. It's cute. I
Yeah.
approve.
Yes, yes. Okay. We'll keep going. Just let me know if you want to stop at any point in time. All right.
Okay.
So happy to have you guys here today. I'm talking about a topic that I believe is essential and crucial in business and life and everything that you do. So for those of you guys that don't know, this kicks off the live series Project Growth, and I'm pretty much doing this just because I want to, because you guys are awesome, and there are so many of you guys that support me and have been following me, since I started all of this when I had just 1,300 followers. A lot of you guys have stuck along the way, and a lot of you guys have watched me grow. So, I mentor people, I help people build businesses, but through that process, I've had to grow, I've had to learn a lot of things, and it just hypes me up to be able to give back. And I hit 30,000 followers not too long ago, and I thought that was sort of cool. I actually didn't even notice, but my assistant did, and she's like, hey, this seems cool.
Where'd my mouse go? Yes. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, that was good. She said hitting 30,000 followers is sort of cool. Is it me or is that very arrogant? Because I think it's like the $25,000 or how much they offer her to shut up, Monat.
15,000.
Oh yeah, that. And
Pennies.
it's pennies. Oh my god, pennies. Ma'am, your privilege and entitlement is showing. Okay, bye.
I know. And this is for us. It's for us.
Yeah, because she's giving back. Oh, Mother Veronica is just giving.
And she's even
Up.
she's got the halo. Look at behind her.
Oh,
She's
for real?
got
I didn't even notice. Screenshot.
And I was like, all right, let's go. Let's do something in celebration. And that is how Project Growth, what's going down tonight, came to life. So hello to everyone saying hi in the comments. We are talking about confidence. Okay. So when we are trying to build a business, there are so many things that come into play. You need the perfect product, you need the perfect team, you need all these different things. But the one thing that you have full control of, that it starts and ends with you, is your confidence and how you show up and the energy that you bring into the space that you are trying to create.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the thing that the Jasmine the last Isabella Lanta one on Jasmine, and Jasmine was saying, you need confidence. You got to walk in with confidence. You got to walk in with your eyes up and looking out and in your nicest clothes. It reminded me of that. So she
In your
might have gone
nicest fake designer clothes, or because she admitted to that. Someone sent me the podcast and then I saw it in someone's video. I don't remember whose video it was, to be honest. But someone sent me that podcast and I was like, is she shitting me right now? Like, so you have to be confident, but you have to pretend to be someone you're not to be confident. How and where does that make sense? And who are you trying to convince? You or us?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so what is confidence? It's pretty much a heightened state of energy. Okay, when you show up with confidence, people look at you. When you show up and you are nervous and you're shy, you're closed off. It's hard for people to direct their attention to you. And when you're growing a business, you want the attention on you. You want people to want what you're selling or what you have to offer. It's very important that you understand that, business is going to be uncomfortable. Maybe you've been that introvert your whole life and perhaps you don't like speaking out and it's not like you and it's not who you are or who you think you are, right?
I'm very sick of hearing about how these people are introverted. You're not introverted. And what did she say confidence was? Something about heightened energy?
Oh my gosh, I cannot with her and her energies. But low-key, this is what I picture when they describe confidence. When any of these clowns describe confidence, all right? So excuse my outfit, but this is what I picture. That's all that went through my head. Like honestly, them walking in the room and watching to see if people look at them while they walk by.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what. That's the confidence that I picture them having. I don't know if I'm just being an asshole, but probably. I don't know. Whatever.
But also, then if nobody actually looked at them going out and entering again,
Yeah.
I can imagine them.
Oh my God. Also, that was my
But the
supermodel walk. I hope y'all enjoyed it.
oh look, the amount of footage of they have of people from behind, they take so much. Oh my God, that must be so annoying for anyone who's just their friend.
I'm reading
Oh.
the comments. You guys are
Oh,
awesome. I love y'all.
yes, the bend and snap. Oh goodness me. Love
Right?
the
And I'm
Because
bend and
sorry,
sometimes
snap.
in life,
I didn't mean
to
to call them
really achieve the
clowns.
things
Okay, clowns are way better than these buffoons here.
Oh yes, yes, clowns are way better. Oh, what did I do? God, what did I do? Where am I? Hi, hi. Oh, what?
It's
Oh my
okay.
goodness. Okay, okay, there we go.
that we want, we're going to have to push ourselves to uncomfortable states to truly perform our best. And that is what I want you guys to understand, is that confidence is something that it's practiced. And with time, you get better and you start believing in yourself more. But if you're lacking this in business, what usually happens is people who lack that confidence oftentimes end up quitting. And the reason why they quit is simply because they just don't believe in themselves, right? So if you don't
That's why they quit, you say, because they're not confident. Right, right. Okay. So it's not the business model. It's not earning no money. It's not being treated like shit from the upline. It's
Working
not having confidence.
24/7, neglecting your children and your spouse. It's none of that. It's because they weren't confident. Also, how dumb does she sound right now? And like, I don't like to call people dumb or stupid, but like, this is fucking dumb. Okay, this is dumb what she's saying. So, how would I sound saying to, let's say, like, let's say DC, because I love her so much, or Tanya, and they're like, hey, I love how you wear crop tops, and I'm like, okay, well, for you to believe in yourself, you have to make yourself uncomfortable, and you have to wear a crop top in public. I don't care how you really feel about it. Because you know what? You're gonna get used to it. What if they don't get used to it? And I just made them stress themselves out for no fucking reason. Like, ma'am, that
Yeah,
makes no goddamn sense. I would
yeah.
never tell my friends that. I would, when Tanya and DC told me about that, I was like, listen, wear it in the house where no one sees you, when your spouse isn't home, if you're not comfortable enough to wear it around them. And or like your child or whatever. I would never be like, no, you have to force yourself because I say so, because that's what I think. Like, that sounds so stupid.
Oh yeah. And I hate this idea that you have to be uncomfortable to grow. No, you can grow in comfort. You can grow either way. Like it's not about comfort or discomfort. What you want me to do if I'm your downline is you want me to be uncomfortable because then you can manipulate me. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. You know?
And
Uh
it's also common sense. Like, if I am working under you and I'm not making any money and I'm spending more than I'm making, why the fuck would I keep staying in your downline? It's not because I
yeah.
don't have confidence. I have confidence enough to look out for my fucking best interest instead of just blindly listening to what you gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah.
don't believe in yourself, other people can't believe in you, and it's just this big mess, right? So let's I'm watching like Marcus and Olivia outside. I wonder if he's on live. But anyways, back to my notes, because I want to make this short, sweet, and I want to just give you bullet points, so if you want to take out a pen and paper. But why do you need that confidence in a business? It's super simple. It's because you need to build that trust, and confidence allows you to do that. Okay, trust is essential to get a yes, whether
What? You need to build trust to get confidence? I don't like maybe, but I don't usually I'm confused.
In the words of JJ, the sense is not making.
No. Like,
Got
do
my
you
paper
even
and
know
my
what
pen to
uh,
roast her even harder. Let's go.
always with the write this down. Jessie Lee Ward, write this down. I think she just says that to be an idiot. Like, no,
Mm-hmm.
to see. I think she says it to see how pliable people are. Like, this is not even a good point, but I'm going to see if people write it down because I want to demonstrate my power. You know, like, oh, they'll write it down even though it's nonsense.
Yeah.
Let me say that again for you. No, thank you. I heard it the
Just
first
because
time.
you repeat it and just because you say it louder doesn't make it true.
No, that's right. God damn.
Whether it's in sales or if you are doing network marketing, which I know a lot of my followers do, if you want to secure a business partner and you want to get a yes, you need to make sure that they can feel comfortable signing with you. They need to feel like, okay, if I go with her, I'm guided. I'm going to have the tools necessary. And if you show up to the conversation as, you know, half of who you are, 30% of you, and this is the thing, that a lot of you guys have this incredible power within, but you don't show it. You don't showcase it. And we're going to talk about that in a little. But you know, it's essential, that confidence. So how do we build it and what do we need in order to show up as that person? Well, for the first thing is know what you're talking about, okay? Be an expert in your field, because if you do not know what you're talking about, what's going to happen is that people are going to know. Okay? So if
We know that you don't really know what you're talking about right now. So
Yeah.
she's kind of correct. She's kind of correct there. But I don't think that I think she's very it's very, I don't know, broad of her to think anyone except her downline is on this freaking call.
Or
There's no extra
anti-LMers.
people. Yeah, true. Well, did you say this was in 2021?
No. So maybe not.
Yeah.
you're
Okay,
trying to
so
build a network marketing
I wrote
business
a
and
couple
you
things down. Showcase
Yes, yes.
confidence and also dick contest joke. That's what I wrote on my paper. So when she says showcase your confidence, that's what that's just, I don't know, that's what went through my head. Let's see who's his biggest. That's basically what she's saying. But
Yeah.
like, why does
Yeah.
that matter? You know?
Yep. Yep. And then she said people have to be comfortable with you. Well, do you want us to be comfortable or uncomfortable? Do you want to clarify that, please?
I am very uncomfortable with you, Veronica.
Yeah.
haven't taken the time to extensively train yourself, to watch the people who came before you, to study the duplicatable system, and you're just trying to jump in here and you're just trying to make it without doing the work that others have put in, it's not going to happen. Okay?
Spoiler alert,
Uh,
Veronica, systems don't work. Jessie Lee just let two men tell her that about her systems. Just, I know this is baby Veronica here, but like future Veronica, that shit don't work.
uh, also, I recall her one day she was saying I quit Monat, and the next day she was telling us how to trade crypto. So, hey, maybe you should wait to hear about it or something.
Yeah,
Although my theory is that she was already with them before that time, so she knew.
I think so too.
So,
Okay, you need to make sure that you are an expert. Like, put love into what you do. Okay, if you don't put love into what you do, you'll never see that success because you won't have that passion. It's all about being all in, guys. And anything that you do in life, you will never see results unless you're all in. And I think I said this in my podcast episode that's dropping tomorrow. So guys, side note, the Veronica Bay show drops tomorrow. Season 2, I'm super hyped. But back to confidence, a second little thing that you can incorporate is stop looking at everyone else and focus on you. So a lot of times in the network marketing industry, you'll be in group chats, right? You share this network with a bunch of people, and sometimes you see people growing at a super fast rate. They're signing all these market partners, they're getting all these clients, and it's super easy to look to the side and say, I don't think I'm meant for this. I don't think I'm good for this. Confidence level lowers, energy levels lowers, and
Yes, she does have a podcast. It's called the Veronica Bay Show. So, it's pretty much what this is right here, telling you how to live your life from a 26-year-old network marketer, 27-year-old network marketer. Um, yeah, and she actually trained in journalism, but she only worked less than a year in the field because she said that she didn't want to work for no money, and she didn't want to actually I don't know, pay her dues and get it. Like, you can't be the top of your game when you're a cadet journalist. Like,
It
it's
was
about
too
working your way up.
hard. It was too hard, DC. Tish. It was too hard. That's why she didn't do it. That's why she didn't stay because oh my god. Like I went to school for 6 months and now this is too hard. Whatever. Anyways, I wrote
Yeah.
a couple things.
Oh,
Expert
yes, yes.
slash iGenius. Again, spoiler alert, Veronica, you join a crypto company where you say you don't have to be an expert, but here you're saying you always have to be an expert. But then in the
To have
future, you say you don't have to be an expert because you have a trading robot. The other thing that I wrote was focus on you slash tell everyone else what to do. So like if you were focusing on yourself, my guy, you wouldn't feel the need to do this, whatever the fuck this is here, and you'd focus on yourself. That's it.
and it's funny because down in our like backstage area, it doesn't have the whole picture. It's just her chest, and it's
Mhm.
just every time I'm catching, I'm like, ah, what? Whose
Oops.
chest is that? Oh, it's Veronica's. It's Veronica's. Right. Okay. It's not my chest. Oh, I wonder if she had her because she had a boob job, but she got them taken out because she had breast implant illness. So
Well, I heard about that. Well,
yeah.
not from her, but I saw someone go through the process. That looks very painful. And I'm
Oh, it
sorry she
does.
went
It
through that.
does. I love botched. It's like one of my
Mm.
guilty pleasures, botched. So
Same here.
yeah.
then when you go to talk to someone, that conversation's super whack, right? Because you're bringing nothing new to the table. You're not bringing that true value that you have within you, but that you're not expressing. Okay, so not only focus on your own lane, but also make sure that you're really acknowledging and counting and celebrating all your wins, guys. It's not always about hitting that rank. It's not always about signing up those 10 market partners a month. Sometimes it's just about, God damn it, I showed up today. I woke up at the time that I wanted to. I knocked out my whole to-do list. I made sure I poured some of my heart into some people in my organization. I did the best I could do today and I'm damn proud, right? And that
So you still had to do your business. You still had to work your business. But I betcha if they had their homework, you know how JLW gives homework, if they had their
Yeah.
homework going, you have to recruit one person, or you have to talk to 10 people. If you didn't do that, you'd be in the shit. For
Mhm.
sure. For sure.
She said that if you don't know what you're doing or you don't know what you're talking about, your conversation is whack. Uh, Whack like this live or worse than that. And celebrate all your wins. Like every single one of your wins. Also, constantly pushes people and tells them they don't work hard enough because they're not confident.
Yeah. But also, it makes it's that little bit of serotonin that keeps you in as well. And say, "Oh, yay, well done for you." It's like, well, you actually spent 8 hours today doing your DMO, and you haven't made any money because you didn't sell anything, and you didn't recruit anyone, so you just work for free for the whole day, you know.
Yeah.
So it's those little tricky things that um keep people in, keep people manipulated, and that all that sort of thing.
Yeah, because at that point, if they're working for so long, you're technically not working, you're volunteering to grow someone else, like this person here. And
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
sucks. And that is why we are here.
Yeah. All right.
That gives you
Oh,
confidence.
hang on. So Susan asked if she went to another MLM. She didn't go to another MLM yet. But
She
she's
probably
been
will, though.
talking with. I think she will either. I think she might start her own, although she wouldn't be like the Elamir lady or the Awakened lady where there was someone else above them saying pulling all the strings. Veronica would be the boss, but she also is involved in this Christian thing, and there's a like a convention next year, and it looks and sounds a little bit like an MLM, but from what I could see, it wasn't an MLM yet. You know, I think she'll go somewhere.
I mean, those two things go pretty hand in hand, Christianity or like religion, period, and then because Mormons also, and MLM. So it wouldn't be surprising if that's what ends up
Yeah.
happening.
Yep.
Confidence, acknowledging what you are doing on your everyday basis that is pushing you forward. Okay? Life is short, and every single day when we show up as our best version, we get closer to who we're meant to be. And that's very, very powerful. Okay? So when we are giving so much time to just looking at other people and feeling like we're less than, that's not adding to anyone, and it's subtracting a lot from you. So if you are guilty of following all these accounts where you just look at them and feel bad about yourself, unfollow them. If that means unfollowing me, guys, I could care less. Unfollow me too if that's what you need to do to focus on your own thing. But too many times, just so often I see people with that comparison game, and I'm like, dude, I can tell you that my whole life I've never done that. And the reason why is because I knew that I wasn't anyone else. I was myself. And if I wanted to be the best version of myself, I had to work on me. So let's focus on that. And
Oh, I know that she would never ever compare her because she thinks she's better than everyone in the world. Everyone.
Okay, so again, a couple things. Life is
Yes.
short, so waste your time with me and listen to my bullshit. And also wants people to focus on themselves and yet won't delete her account. So it's your fault because you're the center of the universe and you still have an account, so I can't focus. I'm sorry, Veronica.
She just, and in her latest live, she was talking about how people used to say I was conceited. You are. She is so self-absorbed. She is so self-absorbed.
Did they
Oh
stop
my
saying
God.
that or did you just block them and now don't hear it?
And she admitted to being a narcissist at some point in time. Oh, I used to be a narcissist. I'm like,
Used to.
used to, used to.
You
She
sure?
she very much is like she wouldn't care. I think she's telling the truth that she wouldn't care if somebody uh unfollowed her because she'd be like, I'm the best person in the world. If they unfollow me, they're idiots, which is good, I guess, but um oh my God, William, 18 stinking American dollars. Why do you follow me? If anyone knows that, yes.
I really like this topic of confidence because I feel like I've always had it. Who on here knows me since I was a little girl? I'm sure one of you guys on here know me since I was a little girl, and you could say, like, I never looked like I was scared. I never looked like I was, shy. And sometimes inside I was. But I wasn't going to show that to the world because then I was going to be perceived as weak. And I didn't want to be perceived as weak. And I had a lot of confidence issues growing up.
Uh, shy people aren't weak.
Also,
That
did she have confidence issues or did she have confidence? Because she said both in the same sentence.
yeah, yeah.
If she didn't
That's
have
not
confidence issues, sorry, if she didn't have confidence issues and she had just confidence, I'm begging to, I would be willing to bet that she probably grew up very sheltered and was given everything that she wanted. I mean, the way she describes her dad sometimes, how, oh my God, I never
yeah.
needed anything. I didn't need to ask for things twice, blah, 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 blah. I don't think you were confident. I think you were spoiled,
Oh,
rotten. And now here we are. So thank you, Veronica Bay's parents, for this content.
oh no, I know. And I imagine it happens a lot for this is what Lily Zaramba's like too. And her parents were immigrants. It's like we know that you want to give your children a better life, but it's like you were saying. Did you say you've got some family that's really like spoiled their kids and it's like it's not good for them. They expect everything and they're not good humans because they've been just handed everything, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
The aunt that I'm talking about, I think she has 5 or 6 kids. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I even thought about them. But um, she basically bought like this big ass plot of land, and then she built like a giant like house, like a mansion pretty much, and then behind the house she's building like guest houses, but they're not guest houses, they're one each for her children. And I'm talking about
oh wow.
fully functional houses. They don't pay for rent, they don't pay no bills, all they do is vacation and take trips. And I know they would, if they heard me right now, they would be like, well, she's just fucking salty because she don't ever know nowhere. I don't care. I don't like to travel. I have anxiety. Okay. I want to stay right the fuck here in my office, in my house. I just feel like at that point you're not teaching them what they need to survive when you're not around. Because what's gonna, I mean, granted, they probably leave a lot of money behind, but like it's 6 of them. That money's only gonna go so far. And then most of them are already married with their own children. And you're ruining your kids, in my opinion, by doing that. And yeah, I
Yeah,
want to give Leo better than what I had growing up, but I'm still gonna teach him that he has to work for things. He can't just be handed stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like the girls from iGenius, and it is an iGenius thing where it does seem there's quite a lot of people who were spoiled, and it's like, and want to give their children, they think that they've got generational wealth, which is just wrong. And it's like, how can you value dollars if you just
Yeah.
have money so easily, you know? Yeah, Clown Town. Oh, who have we got with the clown
Same.
town here? Have we got Val or Gus? But
Both.
I can't believe this girl wanted to be a journalist. She would have been so unethical. It's funny you say that because there is some of her reporting back in the day when she was at college, and it was when the Women's March, I think. Oh no, there were some immigrants or something happening at her college where they were letting people come in, or there was some sort of immigration issue, and she seemed like she was fairly on the left. Like I was surprised because she's very right wing now. She's very QAnon, um, loves Trump, conspiratorialist, that sort of stuff now. But it seemed like she was fairly liberal back in college. So I wonder, it's money. That's probably what it is because generally people with money do prefer the Republican Party. But it's funny because I don't think they realize that the Democratic Party is not very like it's very similar. They're very similar. Um Yeah, so it's interesting that she did change in that way, you
I think it
know?
might have something to do with her partner because he looks very
Yeah,
much like, I don't know anything about him, but like from just the little bit of scrolling that I did on her account earlier today and like the past couple of days, he definitely looks very, very I'm in charge. What I say goes kind of guy. And like again, I don't know
yes.
him. I don't know him. I'm just that's just the impression that I got from the little bit that I did see. I could
And
be
he's
completely wrong though.
German. He's German. They lived in Germany for a while there. They moved back to Miami. They moved back to Miami so that she could be on the same time zone as her Igenius people. They moved their whole life. She loved living there. So I only just thought of that. Like imagine, they bought a new house, that sort of thing.
So then maybe she's
And
in
that's
charge if he did
well,
everything for her.
yeah, and they ended up buying a Maserati because she wanted one.
I remember that. I remember that.
But she she said that she's not in that video where she was saying Monat can keep their pennies. She
Mm.
said that she's not that materialistic girl anymore, and it's like, did you just buy a Maserati a couple of months ago because you don't feel well in any other car? Yeah, that's you. You're still that person. You might not have a Chanel bag, but you have designer other things, luxury other things. But
Again, the
all right.
contradictions are there.
Oh yeah. It doesn't apply to her. She's the exception to the rule. Come
Oh my
on.
god, guys. Why are we judging her so hard?
I know, Princess Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Come on.
And they weren't like, oh, like I'm too ugly, I'm too this. No, it was like internal, like I'm not loved enough, like weird bad things. But guess what, guys? I transformed that by just giving life my maximum effort. So that takes me to point number 3, which is walk the walk. Okay, you need to prove it to yourself that you are a badass. So if you want to be confident and if you want to get those sales, you want to get those market partners, you need to show up. And that is what I realized that I did from a very young age that allowed me to become the woman that I am today, that I truly believe I can do whatever I set my mind to. Like there is no doubt in my mind. If I'm not doing something, it's because I don't want to do it. I don't care to try. It's not my jam. Okay.
Oh wow. That's interesting. I wonder why. So, did she have to give up on iGenius because she was like, no, no, I'm calling it before people notice that I've deranked. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Uh, but can you imagine this uppity, like 5-year-old just walking through like with this? I'm showing up as my most
Doing the
confident
strut.
self. I'm like, ah, that sounds really annoying. I bet you
Yeah.
I can imagine as a teacher, I know what sort of student she would be, and I would not like her.
And also, like, you have to, what did she say? You have to prove to yourself that you're a badass. I don't have to prove something that I already know. And she sure has some balls on her to talk about. You have to just like give your life everything, and you have to like just give 100%. Ma'am, I give my life 100% all the time. The difference between you and I is that you have no kids. My best
Yeah.
for me is keeping that little monkey alive. All right? I'm not worried about what restaurant I'm gonna eat at tonight. All I want is some food in the fridge. Like our realities and the way that we are badasses are completely different. In her case, I don't think she's a badass. I just feel like because of her journalism background, she knows how to talk to make people listen. I think that's what comes
Yeah.
in play here, to be completely honest. And she knows how to talk so that people listen to her, and she knows how to play the part.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because for as
Absolutely.
much as she contradicts herself, like, oh my god, I'm my feminine energy, I'm my masculine energy, I'm like this, I'm like that. Like, who really are you trying to convince? You or us?
Yeah. Yeah. And I just think, is her following, do they really buy it, or are they just sort of like secretly laughing at her because she's so ridiculous? It's so
I think maybe
ridiculous.
I think maybe half and half, because
Yeah,
if I feel like they follow her as some people follow the Kardashians. Now, I'm not shaming if you like the Kardashians. I look into them from time to time, but I don't really follow them like that because they give women such like confidence issues and all these
yep,
fucked up shit that they do to be skinny and like I just don't vibe with that. So
yep,
I feel like there definitely is some people that just follow her to be like, what is she talking about now? And then other people that are
yeah.
like, oh my god, I want to be like her, you know?
Yes,
So
yeah.
it's probably
Because there
split
are
down.
those, pardon?
I think it's split down the middle for sure.
Yeah. I know, like, I did a video on like one of the down lines called Kevin, and he is like the first level, and he always likes her stuff. He always likes Lily's stuff. He always likes this, that, and the other. And I think it's really aspirational for him. He really does want to be like them, and I think there's a whole bunch of those ones who are way down the line who look at these uplines and go, "Oh, I could be like her one day," and it's like, "Oh, get better heroes. God damn it, there are better
Get
people."
Yeah, in the
Ugh,
words of Bailey Sarian, get better idols.
absolutely.
Hmm?
I know, poor Kevin, he does seem. Sorry if we're missing anything in the chat there. We appreciate
I hope you feel
you.
better.
Yeah, Sam, sorry about your chest infection. All right. Yeah, that's true. I think here, Des. It's the car wreck at this point.
Absolutely.
Everybody's rubbernecking, especially with iGenius. Like, I think it's on its way out. If they rebrand again a fourth, I can't imagine them doing it a fourth time. I can't imagine it. I don't
I
know
mean,
though.
but can you though?
Yeah,
But can you though? Yeah,
true,
I
true.
just it's the same thing with Jessie Lee too. Like you can't look away. Like, you cannot just take your eyes off that train wreck.
She just is getting more and more ridiculous, honestly. She's more and more
Absolutely.
ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, William, that's who. He was the young boy who and Kevin's latest reel is his 2022, and it's got him like walking on the stage at Eric Worre's studio. I'm like, brother, you were not you're on the first level. You're not who you think you are. Oh.
You know, every time that I see like people talking about like Eric Worre or any other person that throws like a convention, I'm just like, you know what I want to do? I want to get my phone and just go out on the street, get somebody to record me, be like, "Do you know who Eric Worre is? Do you know who Jesse Lee is?" They're probably like, "Who the fuck is that?" And just to prove a point, just to prove a point.
I know, I know. Well,
Uh,
Lily Zaremba, I am going to post it on my reel, but Lily Zaremba has this reel where she's just dressed up as Wednesday Adams. She did a Wednesday Adams themed photo shoot where she's just doing a little dance. That's it. I'm like, who do you think you are? You're not a model.
nope.
you, you're not even the top of
She's
your list.
gorgeous, but she's not a model.
Oh my God. I think she'd be too short. I think she's a little bit short for a model because she's got everything else going for her, but I think models generally have to be tall. So,
Yeah. And she's
unfortunately,
gorgeous, and it takes some discipline to be that blonde. But because I know I've tried to go blonde before, and I can't. Okay, I can't even go
I
red.
know.
So she's gorgeous. She's just not a model, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Hmm. No, no. But I just can't see why you would have your own photo shoot to dress up, to cosplay for the day, you know? Ah, too much, more money than sense, more money than sense.
Absolutely.
Okay, but I truly, in my heart, like the other day I was joking around and I was like, when I was a child, when I was really young, I always said I wanted to be an actress. And I was like, should I try it like now? Like maybe. I know I could still do it. And just like when I heard myself say that, I was like, yo, who do you think you are? But I've built my
Yeah, who do you think you are?
Also, you
I'm a
are an
drama
actress.
yeah, but I'm a drama teacher. You've got no range. She has no emotional range at all. Even when she was saying when she got a little bit teary when she left Monat, like you have no range. Your voice is the same cadence every time, pitch, volume, blah blah blah. I know what like I've seen stars on the stage. You don't got it. She doesn't have it. Give it a go. Go
She's
audition, honey.
acting.
Go
She
audition.
she she kind of is acting though. She's acting like she cares. She's acting like
Yes.
a businesswoman. She's acting like she knows what she's talking about, even though it's just word salad. She's acting like she is the center of the universe. So it's bad acting, but she is acting. So I'll give her that
She
much.
can she's got this role nailed. Like she can do
Yeah.
this one forever.
But that's
But
it. But that's
yeah,
it.
she could not be in movies, She couldn't be on the stage. No. No. Oh, hang on.
Myself up to this point. How? By walking the walk. Growing up, any time that I wanted to do something, I would do it. I remember when I went to go get my first job. I had just turned 16. I hated asking my parents for money. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna walk into the mall and I'm gonna leave with a job. And I started looking at the stores and I was 16. At 16, I was already picky. Everyone, when they were 16, had a job in like, what's that store? Aeropostale. And I was like, oh, I don't want to work there. It's so like everyone, that's not me. I walked by Calvin Klein and I was like, oh my God, I want to work there. Like everything looked so nice. The people that were working inside looked like very classy. And I was like, I'm going to go. I show up to that the cashier register. And I just sold the crap out of myself. Like I was so confident. I looked sharp, all of this. And I started talking to them. I was like, hey, I've never worked in retail, but I'm a super fast learner. I always bring something to the table and I'm great at working in teams. And I want to work in this store. So do you have an interview available? Like that. I just told them what I wanted. I got an interview on the spot and I got hired. I was the only 16-year-old working in that store. And I became my boss's favorite. And I was a child. Okay, so why am I sharing this story? Even before I got...
So you've been an arrogant bitch since you were 16? Good to know.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Oh God. She just, like I can understand the people if this is a true story, if it is a true story, I can imagine it like happening. But oh my God, you're so arrogant.
Yeah.
She's so arrogant. Ah,
I can't
and to
imagine
look,
imagine walking into the store and seeing that shit unfold or being the manager or like the person at the register that day. Hello, my name is the Veronica Bay and I am here for a job. Well, I am such a fast learner and I know what I want. Okay? And so hire me. Bitch, what? Also, that's
oh,
acting. That's fucking acting. You're welcome, Veronica.
and she works well in teams. No, you don't. Not if you're not
I,
the boss.
yep.
Oh my goodness.
I can't.
I can't imagine. And by saying that she was only a child, I don't. That just rubbed me up the wrong way. That you're working at Calvin Klein, where they sell underwear, but you're only a child. A bit of the ick. But
Yeah, and
oh
it's
God,
weird because also who was your manager? Was it a man? Was it a woman? Why were you the favorite? Like,
yeah,
some sounds off. Maybe
yeah,
that's just me,
yeah.
but I don't know.
And
I don't know. Something doesn't sound right.
what was the other place that she said everybody was working at? I hadn't heard of it.
Polyester, I think, or Aeropostale. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like a khakis and the polo shirts kind of place.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I worked at a Subway when I was 16, and guess what? I loved it. You know why? Because I got a free sandwich at the end of the day.
Oh my
And you
God,
can tell me
yeah,
I
that would
was
be
not the
great.
shit working on the line at Subway. Like, and I loved it. I loved it too. Just having to organize and clean and dealing with different people every day. Like, I'm great at customer service, and I had so much fun, and I got paid well, and it
Yeah.
was like it was a good time. I loved it. I think I worked there for like 3 years.
Well, I didn't get a job until I was like 16 because all of my friends had jobs and we were not well off. My mum and dad never said I had to get a job.
Yeah.
And we had moved and I went and all of my friends had part-time jobs on a Saturday morning and a Thursday night because that's when the shops were open at the time.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Oh, well, there's no one to hang out with, so I'm gonna go get a job because they are at their jobs." And I just worked at like a supermarket in the deli, and it was great. I had lots of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I had to,
Oh,
if I wanted a phone, I had to get a job. Like my dad said, I'm gonna feed you and clothe you and give you a place to live, but that's about it. If you want anything extra, you gotta buy it with your own money. So I'll take you to job interviews and stuff if you want. And then at the end of the day, like the guy ended up having to ride the bus and the train to get to work at
oh
that
wow.
age, because they were like,
Yeah.
no, well, we got to work too. We have things to do. Like, if you're going to be a responsible adult, you have to do it from like the jump. I don't think I would let Leo do that. Like, I would drop him off and pick him up, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Like, how were my parents letting me drive, like, ride the metro or like the bus for like an hour? Like, what? It was wild. But again, it was other
Yes,
times.
yes,
So,
yes. That's right.
yeah.
Oh yes. I think you can work at McDonald's here in Australia when you're 13. They've got or 13 in 9 months or something like that. They've got a special deal with the government to
Uh,
work younger. But I think everywhere else you have to be 14 or 15 for part-time work. So
Yeah, here the
we
minimum
still
for part time is 16, and then for full time, I think you have to be 18.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've got still got pretty good industrial relations, like union rules and things like that. So, it's not too bad for young people working. Yeah. All right, let's keep going with this lady.
That interview in Calvin Klein. When I was in school and there was honor roll to be given, I wanted to get that honor roll. I wanted to feel proud of myself. So when I had to work up to that day where they give you that certificate, when I had to do my schoolwork that I didn't want to do, I did it. Because I knew that doing that schoolwork was going to get me that honor roll certificate, which was going to get me on the stage, which was going to make me feel proud of myself. It was gonna make me feel seen, like I was doing that for myself, guys. So it's been a very long journey of building up moments that allowed me to be this person. And it all started with walking the walk. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to achieve? And now actually go and do it. Like, work towards it. You wanna lose weight? Be committed to it. You wanna, whatever you want to do, but commit. Because if you don't commit and execute, you will never find that confidence.
So, do you think that if you were on this call and you were like, you need to walk the walk, would any of the things that she just told us help you do that? Would you have been
No,
inspired?
no, I would
No,
have
it's
left.
just it just feels like she wanted to talk about her achievements. Like,
Yeah.
listen to me talk about myself. Ah,
So again, arrogant and entitled from a young age. Good to know. It tracks. It tracks.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
And I
Um,
wanna clarify. There's nothing wrong with wanting like the honor roll or like having good grades or like a
no,
certain
no.
average or like whatever. I get it. I did it, but you don't have to pick me. I'm her. I'm her. But then also in the same sentence, I'm different. I'm not like the other girls. Like because she said similar shit like that before.
Yeah.
So can you like make up your mind or let us know which one you're playing today? Like which Veronica are you playing today? The pick me or the I don't need nobody? Because
Yep.
some's not adding up.
Nope. Nope.
Confidence. Okay. Next, so after walking the walk, stop holding yourself back and share your ideas. So this is another huge thing that I've noticed. That sometimes, you know, there are people that have so much potential. You bring so much to the table. Maybe this is you, and you're working in a team setting, and you have like this mind that's popping off, but you never have the courage to go out and share your ideas. You never have the courage to execute that plan that came up in your head because what if I'm not good enough? Guys, you're never
Courage
going to
or
know you're
arrogance?
good enough. You're never going to know unless
Yeah, and I mean, this is a good point. I think, yep, you should be able to share your ideas, but I don't think I'd feel comfortable doing that with her because I don't
I don't think
know,
she'd want to hear them in the first place.
yeah, 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 yeah. And but how do you get because she's already told us we need to be confident, but she didn't really tell us how to be. You need to be
Yeah.
confident. It's like, okay. She's very exhausting.
She
you
really
go
is.
out there and try. And even if someone tells you that your idea is not good enough, that doesn't mean that that's a fact. Okay, like this person might not just see your worth, but someone else might. So continue and don't shut that voice that we have inside, that intuition, that creativity. Run towards it instead. Oftentimes it feels scary, right? It's like, oh, but that voice, like, you know, it's not as factual. Like when you have a
As a
creative moment, when
creative
you have a creative
person,
idea.
I took offense to what she just said. Maybe that
Yeah.
creativity, blah 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 blah. What fucking creativity does it take to be in an MLM? You're handed the
No,
products. You don't have to do ads. You don't have to even throw parties anymore. All you do is copy and paste. I'm
yeah,
sorry, ma'am, but as a truly creative person who loves to like paint and sculpt and do nails and makeup, all those things are very creative, very artsy. What the fuck? There's no art in being in an MLM. There's no art in this, whatever the fuck it is that you're doing here. There's no art in
no,
that. So I'm gonna need you to leave creativity and art out of your stupid fucking speech because it's not. Nothing is close. Nothing that you're saying or doing is close to creativity or art. More like fart.
no. Definitely far. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they always say, the secret to success in network marketing is duplication. You have to duplicate. It's like even their most creative TikToks or reels are copied. They
Yep.
don't think of those ideas themselves,
Yep. Avery
and then
said they make presentations to show their downline. Yeah, but they all copy and paste the same shit, and I doubt they make it. Most people steal it. Did y'all know that? What's it called? Jesse Lee still uses some of Aaron's scripts. She still
yes,
uses
yeah,
uses Aaron's scripts. And how long has it been since Aaron's been out and away from her? And she talks mad shit about Aaron, but she's still
oh
using
yeah,
her work. So
yep,
I doubt that anything that she's put out is her original idea.
no. And Ray Higdon's the same. Like he still uses Julie stuff,
Oh
and
yeah,
he
that's
was
another fart right there.
yeah, they definitely, and as soon as one person says anything, you can hear them in their language. It's like somebody says pour into you, everybody says pour into you. Like everybody copies everybody.
Yep.
So yeah, there's nothing innovative in it.
And not only
And
do they copy each other, but by the time it gets to the end, it's like a completely different sentence. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. When they're talking about statistics, they flip the numbers around or they flip the sentence around to benefit their fucking company. And at the end of the day, when you
oh
look it
yeah,
up, there's nothing that matches it up. It's
oh
like a
yeah,
game of
yeah,
telephone there, or like that one where you write on people's back and then they have to write it on somebody else and like that. And then by the end, it would start as a heart and it ended up as a penis. That's this. That's this here, in my opinion.
Oh, I had never thought of that one. I do one. It's like telephone, but you mime instead of, so you act
I
something out
love
and you
those
pass
types of
it on.
games.
Yeah, yeah. that I'm teaching drama next year, so I'm very excited to get
Yeah.
back into all my drama games. Yes.
The
All
Cloud
right.
Town allegedly, for legal purposes, this is all my opinion and allegedly, all right? I heard through the grapevine, but I have no proof.
It's always a 50-50. Is it going to work out or is it not? But at least if you try, you actually have that 50-50. It might work out or it may not. But if you don't try, you have zero chances. Okay, you stay and you remain where you are. So I just want to remind you guys, like, stop holding yourself back. That's why you're not confident, because you haven't done the things that you're meant to do. Okay, you have all this potential within, but you are not expressing it. You're
Is she referring, you haven't done the things that you're supposed to do? Is that like, is that a, is that a read? Is that shade? Like, is she saying,
Probably.
you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing?
Most likely. Also, her numbers are all wrong because if you don't take a chance, there's 0% chance that you'll succeed. I'll tell you what, if I take 0% chance in your companies and what you do, I have 100% success rate to not lose any of my money.
Exactly, exactly. And that's what
So
I
again,
say
with the
too.
fucked up
Like,
statistics.
if you were going to have a surgery that was 99% going to kill you, 1% not kill you, you would not have that surgery. Like,
Exactly.
that's the statistics you're dealing with, you know? Uh, but also, I don't think that too many people would put themselves out there with an idea at 50-50. I just don't think, like, if you're going to maybe half fail, I don't think people will put their ideas out there. I think they need a bit of a better statistic, like, oh, 80-20 or something like that. But it's like you would stop if you fail. Eventually you would stop. You're like, oh shit, I'm no good at
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, and I mean, when you think about it, it's not always good to put your ideas out there, no matter what line of work you're in, or in this
Yeah.
case, work. Because what if someone steals your idea? Like we've seen it plenty of times. We
Oh
just saw it
yeah.
not that
Oh
long ago
yeah.
with what's her name, Jacqueline Hill, and she stole Cozy or the Cozy or something from another
Yeah.
smaller
Yeah.
influencer. That's what happens when you put out your ideas and you don't have all your ducks in a row. So why would I
Yeah.
speak on an idea right now without having anything to fall back on? Or why would I just
Yeah.
give you away my idea so that you can take ownership of it, like Jessie Lee did with the scripts allegedly? And now that those are her systems that don't even fucking work anymore. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Well,
not
and,
always
and
good to
I'm
put out
pretty
your
sure
ideas.
she's has she taken ownership of the new system as well?
I mean, she said that it was gonna be like under her, but she basically let those two guys say like, yeah, your shit wasn't working. So now we're here. We did this behind your back and we've proven that our works better than what you said worked. And so now she's like
Yeah.
a team with them. When basically I that was the most hilarious thing to me, to be honest.
Oh
Because
yeah.
had it
I was
like JJ said, had it been two women that went behind her back and did that, she would have yelled it to the rooftops. Like she would have been like, "No, they betrayed me, blah blah blah." But no,
absolutely.
it's two men, ma'am. Your misogyny is showing.
Yeah, yeah. I was listening to it like just cleaning up under the house and I was like, "Oh my God." Because it's true. Like I was very surprised that she was so lighthearted about it, but I imagine that she went through a process of being very pissed off to begin with. But
Probably, but for her to just like bend her hands and just be like, "Okay, do it." Like I want to be part of this team because I was proven wrong or whatever. Again, that would have never happened with a woman
no, no,
or with women.
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's just like the interview she did with what's his face and with Dominic Issel, and he let her, she let him call her bitch and babe. If it had been another woman calling her a bitch, she would have flipped out.
Wow. I haven't watched it wi- because of him, but wow, I'm shocked. Yeah, no, she wouldn't put up with that with anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she can't even put
Huh.
up with the facts and like when people confront her face on or like straight up and be like, "Hey, what you're saying is not true," she flips out. I mean, we've seen it, and not like
Yeah.
shameless plug. If y'all seen my video that I made on her where I went into her live, she flipped the fuck out simply because I was asking her questions and being upfront
Yeah.
with her. Again, had it been a man, she probably would have let it slide. And it's so sad to me that she will let any guy especially treat her that way. Anyone, but especially any guy, because it's not a good look, especially for how big a game she talks and stuff. It's not a good look.
Oh, I know, because she does like she's like Veronica and somebody else was talking about masculine and feminine energy, and it's like, I'm in my masculine energy. It's like, no, you just have energy. It's not masculine or feminine. God damn it. You know, like she does do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep
You're
going.
holding it in and you're looking at everyone else and waiting for their approval, and you want to just, be the follower. Not because you want to be a follower, but because being a leader takes more work, right? But where I really believe that we are all meant to be leaders. No one in this planet came to just be a follower, okay? And you will lead in your own ways. I'm not saying every single person is supposed to, be SED with Monday. And no, everything, guys, you decide, but you're supposed to lead in one way, shape, or form, because I truly believe.
She wasn't even an SED in Monat. She was
Also,
only
can
an
you,
ED.
yeah, can you imagine everyone being like her?
God, no.
I couldn't.
There are
I
there's quite a few of her in network marketing, but yes.
Yeah, but if her statement made sense, like if everyone is gonna be a leader, who are you gonna lead?
Yeah,
If everyone's gonna be on a equal playing field, like who's gonna benefit you? No one. They're not gonna want to benefit you. They're just gonna pretend like the world rotates around them and like be you basically. Now my question
yeah.
is, would she be able to go toe to toe with herself like that with another one of her? Number one. And number two, would she put up with it? I think the
I
answer
don't
to both
think
of those
so.
is no.
No. No, no, no. And she said, "Leaders work so hard, like me." I think she had to work hard to keep them motivated. And that's all she did. Like she was coasting, like the
She
top of
sounds
the
like the
peak.
manager who just bosses people around and sits in the office all day.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Yep.
That minimizing yourself down to a smaller version of who you're supposed to be is no way to live. Okay, so just
So
express
instead,
that
again,
confidence and truly share those
she doesn't
ideas,
want to
because I
minimize
believe that
herself.
they are.
She doesn't want to minimize herself to fit others people like around other people, but she'll minimize herself like Jessica Lee to a man. Make
Yeah.
it make
Yeah.
sense. Make it make sense.
Yep.
Valuable. Another thing, look sharp and take care of yourself, okay? It's hard to be confident in a space.
This is Jasmine's. This is Jasmine. Jasmine. Oh, I think Jasmine stole this now. Now that I'm thinking of like this is exactly the points that Jasmine was saying in her. I think it was a wake up with
She
W
probably,
Fab.
yeah, she probably stole it. Again, spoken like a person who doesn't have children. Take care of yourself. Listen, if I can shower and go pee like twice a day, I'm good. I'm good.
And peeing with company too.
Oh yeah, because and now it's not even just a kid; it's a puppy too. And sometimes the husband. It looks like we're having a whole ass meeting in the restroom. Like
Oh yeah, yeah,
taking care of
same.
ourselves looks very different. For example, me taking care of myself is putting my phone on airplane mode and not answering anyone or anything.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't have to look like super extra califragilisticexpialidocious all the time. Like that's not realistic in my world. Like I have a kid, I have a puppy, I'm trying to work on a little plant business. I'm attempting to do YouTube content. I need to go take Leo to school, pick him up in 4 hours, cook dinner, wash dishes. Like, yeah, I have a lot of help from my husband, but like, again, just spoken truly as a woman who does not know the responsibilities of actual life with a family. Not that there's anything wrong with choosing to not have children or not have children at all, but she cannot expect us that are moms to have our life as luxurious and clean with white floors and white couches and everything white to stay perfect at all times. Like, ma'am, that's just not how it works when you have little dudes running around. Just saying.
I think that she's more of a beige girl. She's a beige. But
Yeah, probably.
also like why is there value in just dressing up nice? There's like not everybody wants to dress up like that. They don't want to look sharp in the way that you think looking sharp is, like I have never got my eyebrows done, but I don't care. Like I've got my lashes done once. I'd love to do it again, but I just haven't got around to it. Like it's your point of view because you think that the outside is more important. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, how is that part of confidence? Confidence should come from within. But in saying that, yeah, sometimes when you do dress up nice and you like have a cute day or whatever, that can make you feel better.
But you
But
have to
it's
do it for
not going to
yourself.
last. Yeah, 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 yeah. It
Also,
won't. It,
go ahead, go ahead,
yeah.
go
Oh,
ahead.
it won't last. Like just looking nice is not gonna repair my depression.
Yeah,
Like
same here.
I have to work at it, I have to go to therapy, I have to take my meds, all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah, also, I hate to break it to you, but I can look like this and I will 100% get laid still. I don't have to add all the bells and whistles, my guy. All right. So just,
look,
you have to, maybe that's your business. That's your life. I don't have to. So if I don't have to, why fix it if it's not broken?
that's right. And you know what? I think Veronica only wants to look good compared to other women. She doesn't give a
Probably.
shit about anything else except for that. Yes, Janet hasn't touched a bra since March 2020. Nice work. I
Bro,
haven't
same.
I I haven't worn an underwire bra in a long time. Okay, you youngins out there, underwire, get rid of it. It's
I
terrible.
can't.
Okay, you don't have to live with that negativity in your life. All right,
Nope.
underwire.
I wear it for like special occasions if I'm wearing like a nice dress or something, or it's like a very formal. But I don't like it because like I know you guys can't tell, but I have big chesticles, and so they end up all the fucking way up here, and it's just like so uncomfortable for me now. So I just wear like the little bralettes, and I'm fine with
Yes,
that. Like,
same,
I
same.
breastfed a kid. They've done their job. My husband doesn't mind the way they look, so I don't have to wear underwear and torture myself that way.
Yes, yeah. Team no bra, or
Yep.
team not underwire bra.
Yeah,
Days
yeah, yeah, yeah.
where you don't feel confident in your skin. Okay, and if you guys checked out my podcast, if I have any podcast followers and listeners on here, you know that the very first episode was self love, and that wasn't random. That was very intentional because I believe that in order to achieve anything or succeed and really come out on top, you need to have self-love, which comes with confidence and all those good things. So have pride in what you look like. I'm
I
not
do.
saying, oh, everyone has to be
And I
beautiful
don't
and you
have to
have to
look
go
like
get
you.
your nose done like I did. No, 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 no. That's not it at all. But wake up in the morning and have the energy to take care of yourself. It's self-care. When you look good, you feel good, and no one can tell me that's not true.
Uh, what? Well, it depends what you like. If you look good, you feel good. Not necessarily. Not
Sometimes, but
necessarily.
not all the time. Like I
Yeah.
just I just
And
did this like this past, I think, like Monday or Tuesday. I was like, you know what? I've been feeling crappy about myself. I need to remind myself real quick the bad bitch that I am. And I did some stories and I was like, I feel beautiful, y'all. Y'all can tell me I'm not beautiful, but you'd be fucking wrong. And I felt myself that day. I was still wearing sweatpants and no bras, just PS. But I don't have to like Self-care for me, you know what self-care for me is? Waking up in the morning, having a big ass glass of water, followed by my coffee and a piece of bread. Self-care, my guy.
Yes,
That's self-care for me.
absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, it looks different in different things, but yes, William said, I swear, why do I feel like a mirror listening to her talk? It does feel like that. It does feel like she's just talking to herself. And she has little like smirks, like
Yeah.
"Ooh." Uh
She's acting for
I
herself.
yeah.
Who over here can tell me that's not, it's not like, it's just on the days where I'm made up, when my makeup artist comes and I do all these things, I'm like, okay, now I feel limitless. And then on the days where I feel like a bum, even with Marcus, I'm like, baby, just don't get close to me. And he's just like, what's wrong with you? I love you even when you look a mess. And I'm like, no, I just don't. It's like you shrink down a little. So get the
Um Speak for yourself.
That's misogyny.
Oh my God. She just said she turns away her partner when she doesn't feel cute. And real relatable when my makeup artist comes. Like we've all got one. Like, are you kidding me, girl? Oh my God.
This is so sad to me, especially being the type of wife that I am. One quick example that comes to mind right now. I don't give a fuck how I look or what people think about me. And I'm gonna share a little something that I did. I used to work around the corner from here where I live now, and like we lived a little further away. So sometimes my husband would wait for me to get out of work. He'd follow me in his truck. You know how little I give a fuck about what people think about me. And like granted, he was the only person that saw me, right? But this is how I romance my man. We ended up at a red light and we were parked right next to each other on the red light. I flashed him. That's the type of wife that I am. That's how I romance my husband. I don't have to have makeup on. He sees boobs or butt and he's good. He doesn't need me to be all dolled up all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, what does Veronica really look like without a filter? You know?
Exactly. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. And that's one of the main reasons why I started posting. First of all, because Texas, I don't think has a lot of the filters. But also, I think like why am I trying to, and like no shame to anyone that likes to use filters. Do whatever makes you happy. It's just I want
Yeah.
people to know me for who I am with all my freckles and like my scars and stuff. I don't care. Like I love me and I want people to love me for me. But don't like mistake me. Like I'll still put on a cute ass outfit, wear my crop top or like whatever, put on a full face of makeup, do my hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
If and when I want to. But I
Yeah.
don't have to do it to be around my man. I don't have to do it to go outside the house. I used to be like that because I had a lot of self-confidence issues growing up because of just the way I was brought up. But
Mm.
now I don't care. Like I don't care. I love
No.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that's really sad that you would push away your partner
Yeah.
when you're not feeling like that would be the perfect time. And she even said, he says, "Oh, but I love you no matter the way you
Yeah.
look." That's just very strange. Very
Yeah.
strange.
energy to get yourself put together and show up on camera. Do the things that are working for others, right? Anyone building a business or a brand is on social media right now. There is no way around it. And if you do want to find a way around it, it's just going to be a lot harder to build. So why are you going to take a harder, less traveled road when there's something right here in our face that's helping people blossom and bloom in their business? Just do it, right? So the lives are uncomfortable, the stories are uncomfortable, all of that's uncomfortable, but just, get
No, no.
So is she saying that you can't build a business if you're like not if you don't have makeup on?
Pretty much. Also, I beg to differ about the being nervous, putting out bad content, blah 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 blah. And here is why. Case in point, Chelsea Suarez. Her content is A1. Her stories A1. Her reels A1. And guess what? She has work-life balance, which is something that I cannot say for you, my girl, or a lot of the MLMers. And I'm not trying to kiss her ass, but she does have a really great, and I admire that about her, work and life balance.
Yeah.
Does she tell
Yep.
us some stuff about her life? Yes. Does she like talk to us one on one? Yes. Does she have boundaries and also times when she just puts her phone down and minds her business and like, does her life not on here? Yes.
Yep.
You don't need to be on social media doing this all the time, annoying the shit out of people, repeating the same shit over and over again, just in a different order. Like, there's no need for that. And that brand that I just mentioned, so Chelsea Suarez or CC Suarez, that's a great brand. And you cannot sit here and tell me otherwise.
No, no, that's right. I think, like if you were like me, if you're in her team and you're like me, someone who's never really been about makeup, I'd be like, "Oh shit, I'm not going to be
Yeah.
successful at this because I don't want to put it on. Am I going to have to learn this new skill as well as being on lives and as well as being on Zooms and as well
Yeah.
I've also got to be dressed up? Are you fucking kidding me?
Like, I gotta play a whole ass character, a la
Yeah,
Jessie
yeah,
Lee, and pretend to be someone that I'm not. And then, can you imagine how exhausting that would be? Because for me, like,
very.
and I've said this before, for me, what you see is what you get. Like, on
Yeah,
here and
same,
in real
same.
life. Like, if I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna be about it in person as well. Like, I'm not going to. Do I sometimes filter myself a little? Believe it or not, I do filter myself, guys. I do filter myself sometimes simply for more than anything, like safety reasons. But other than that,
Yeah,
if you ever meet me in person, this is who you're gonna get. Like,
yeah, yeah.
I don't
And the
know. I
same
just think
when
it'll be exhausting.
a lot of those the network marketers would be like, they would never say this. They're keyboard warriors. They would never say this to my face. I'm like, yeah, I would.
Yeah, I would. Try me.
I would definitely say it to you. Okay,
Yeah,
I would
same
love
here.
to say it to you. Uh, I
Yeah,
would. So, um, do you want to go for until about 2 hours? Is that okay?
that's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah,
So we got another 20 minutes. I don't think
yeah,
we'll get to the end, but I think that we know what Veronica's about.
yeah. I think so too. I
I
just
think
felt
we
like
could
this would
drop
be a good.
into.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just thought this would be
absolutely.
like a good way
Absolutely.
to compare from then to now and see if she's the
I
same
think
person.
it's,
And I mean, she kind of sort of is, but also there is like there's contradictions there. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She does seem like she's more comfortable with
Yeah.
this than she ever was with crypto education and that sort of thing.
Even though she said, remember, I've never been a glam girl. I've never been like the makeup and the blah blah blah. When she left her Genies, girl, shut up. Look at you. You're
Yes.
talking about how you're not beautiful if you don't have makeup on and you're not gonna make it if you don't know how to do makeup. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Cute and jump on there and do it scared, because no one that is doing this started loving it or feeling comfortable. And this comes from someone that was on the news. Okay, it's very different going on live TV but having all these random people that you don't really know watching you than going live on Instagram where all your friends and acquaintances are following you and judging you, because that's what most people do out here, is judge. It's scary, guys. It really is. So I can tell you that even the most confident people, myself included, who even me, like, was on TV and all that stuff, like, it was still nerve-wracking. My first live, I will never forget. I was wearing a yellow dress and or was I wearing, no, I think the yellow dress is when I said I was quitting my job.
Then you
I
did
think I was
forget.
wearing a white shirt with overalls. Yeah, it was so nerve-wracking.
Do you want to mention a few more times that you're on TV?
Right? She sounds like Britney's backup dancer. They always bring it up, even though it's like pretty much irrelevant at this point.
Yes. She was on a small channel in Mississippi. Like,
Mhm.
honestly, honey,
Like,
you are
no
no
shame in
one.
that, but like, still, let it go. It was a while ago. It's like
Yes.
me saying,
Yeah.
once I was a baby, y'all. Like, bitch, I'm 33. Oh my god. I can't.
Oh,
To the point that I remember what I was wearing. Okay, so don't think that you're the only one. No, 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 no. Everyone that came before you experienced that, but we pushed past that. We didn't let that stop us, right? Because we believed in ourselves. That is the confident piece that is so crucial. When you miss that confidence piece, you don't believe in yourself. Confidence is belief in yourself, right? And when you don't believe in yourself, that's when you quit over and over and over
You
again
know,
in all different sorts of things in your life. Okay.
when people are confident, they're not easily manipulated, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
So it wasn't confidence, it
absolutely.
was they were just coachable and were willing to be put through the obstacle of bullshit that you set in front of them to be like you, because you set an unattainable, uh, very desirable kind of portrayal of yourself, I would say, because again, it's just you can tell that it's an act. Like I don't doubt that she's confident in real life. I don't doubt it, but I doubt that she is this person here. Because if she was, again, she wouldn't just bend down to her guy, to her man. And I understand that, it's still like really very big, especially in like Latin kind of households, like whatever the man says goes, not in this house. We are a team, we are equals, we work together.
Yeah,
So confidence and it does not go hand in hand with what's it called, being coachable or like easily manipulated in this circuit of work that you do. So again, the contradictions, it's just spaghetti.
yeah, yeah, because she will say, oh, you have to be confident but coachable.
Those don't
And
go
they don't seem
together.
to fit together. Yeah, yeah.
No.
I will get some puppies, people. All right. I'll press play. I needed to put them closer to me, but I'll press play and I'll bring some puppies back.
Okay, so this isn't just business advice. This is like life advice too. I want you guys to really take this and apply it and reflect on it more than anything, because I think the most beautiful thing in life is self-awareness. When you start having
You
self-awareness,
have
you can
none.
actually start
What are you
working towards
talking
becoming the
about?
next version, the next level best version of you. Okay, so what I know is that there were a lot of times in my life that I
Sorry. The
Have
puppy
self
was in the way of
awareness, has none.
I know.
Ma'am.
Self-awareness. All right. Here's puppies, everybody. Oh, cutie pie.
Oh, they're so
I'll make us
cute.
big.
They're so cute. If I was closer to you, I'd go over and steal one.
Oh, I know. This is so the little boy, he's very confident. This little girl, she's the only tan one. Um,
Mm,
she's a bit rowdy. She gets barky and everything.
so
But
cute.
you'll be surprised at how they change their looks. Like now they've got pretty flat faces, but they'll get
Uh-huh.
pointier, and you can see how long they sort of are. Ah,
I
but
remember the puppy stage. That's so cute.
and it's a way of having pups without keeping them as
Yeah.
well. And I know my dad's not thrilled about it, but at least then I get a little bit of a puppy fix,
Yeah.
and then I can sell them. I'm not keeping any this time round, Jess.
I
Um,
hated it when I had a miniature French poodle and she had like 6 litters, I think. Oh, I couldn't, my heart to get rid of them. I think I kept one off of each litter and then ended up giving them to my aunts. So all of my aunts have like one of the puppies and I no longer have my Daisy. And they're pretty old now. I think they're like 11 and 12 now. So,
oh wow.
yeah. And now I
Well, one
have
of my
Coco Thomas. I don't know where she's at. She might
oh,
be with
Coco
Leo.
Thomas.
Hmm.
Um, I've kept one of the pups, Frida. She was from our first litter, so she's now like 2.5, 3 years old. So
Yeah.
yeah, I want one more, but I don't think I can get one too
Not right
soon because
now. Yeah.
my dad will murder me.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going with awful Veronica.
Good night, Sam. Let me see where
I
my Coco
thought
Thomas is at.
I was perfect. Like, no. And I went through this a lot with my mom. Like, growing up, my mom would be like, Veronica, you have an attitude. And I would be like, no, you have an attitude and you have a problem with me. I was a problem child, guys, okay? Like, the more that I think about my childhood, I was like, oh.
Can you believe this woman? Imagine. Oh, yeah, it is winter solstice today. Oh, oh my brooch fella. Who wants to bet that Kareenah's going to get Coco Thomas? I'm gonna bet it. Um, oh, can you imagine? And she just said in her last live that I responded to, oh, dogs. Oh, Coco Thomas.
She's upset right now. She was in her kennel because she had like an accident. And so usually I put her in there, or we put her in there for like 5 minutes. And then we remind her why she cannot pee or poop in the house. And so she gets like whiny like this. And then like 5 minutes later, she's fine.
Yes, it's a dog. It's a puppy overdose.
It's a
Yeah.
puppy party.
Puppy
But she's so
party.
cute. She's so cuddly. I love cuddling with her. She's so warm too.
Well, we've got the air conditioner on low here, but yeah. Oh, you can go down, Missy Boo. She's too squiggly. But both of the girls have milk, like so they've got two moms again at the moment. But did you just hear what Veronica said as you walked out?
No.
She
I heard
said
it, but I wasn't paying attention.
her mother said to her, Veronica, you've got an attitude. And Veronica said to her mother, no, you've got an attitude to her mother.
My mom would have
Um,
slapped the shit out of me. Like,
well,
what'd you say?
I was gonna say, if that was from like a
Got hiccups?
Latin mother, would she have like gotten smacked across her face?
My
Like,
mom wouldn't have even asked me, what did you say? She would have or she would have thrown the chancla at my face. Like, who the fuck do you think
yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking to right now?
Oh my God.
She
But
has hiccups, y'all.
she does sound like she was spoiled though, because she said like she was a problem child, but she
Yeah,
still has
last
a
last time when she was talking about her dad, it sounded like she was spoiled.
yeah, yeah. Oh wow. She just sometimes I think I wonder if she can say anything more shocking, and she does.
Yeah, I
Oh my
think she's
God,
just
my
throwing
poor
out the fact
mom.
that she might have been a problem
But
child
as
though
I
to
grew,
appeal to more people. I don't think she was
True,
actually a problem child.
true. Because she was a cheerleader, you know.
Mhm.
Like she seemed like she was pretty. I know that people with who are cheerleaders and people who have a good on the outside can be problematic and they can be, not a perfect life, but it does look like she is. She had that.
Yeah. You have hiccups.
grew up, I started to recognize, like, wait, I'm not right and everyone else is wrong. Like, there's stuff within me that I need to fix. Maybe you have that upline, that mentor, that boss, or that coach that gives you feedback and you decide to always ignore it because you think you know better. Don't. And maybe don't even listen to their feedback, but audit your own life and create your own. So I want you guys to really reflect, like, do
Confused.
Same.
Are you saying to listen to your upline or not? Like, oh my God.
And once she
Ah,
was wrong, but now she's not wrong anymore. Ma'am. Ma'am. Are you
oh my
sure?
goodness. Oh my God. Okay.
I show up as the most confident version of me? Do I walk into conversations with conviction? When I go to speak to a potential Am I really sharing my true vision, like what I see myself accomplishing with this company? Or am I sharing a scared version of my vision? Am I too worried about what she's thinking to really share what I know? Because remember, you know, you're doing the training, you're putting in the work, you are the expert. So what I want you guys to do is show up as the expert.
Of
Okay? There's
shampoo?
no point in having all this knowledge in here.
Yeah,
Expert
of
of
shampoo.
shampoo?
'Cause that's what
Okay. Yeah.
what we're talking about here is a shampoo company. If we showed this to someone and said, "What line of business do you think?" Somebody who doesn't know her, what line of business do you think these people are in? No one would say shampoo. No
Yeah,
one.
for sure.
Ah, I think she might go into coaching, actually.
I think she was already doing that. Wasn't she said that she was doing like one-on-one and she was charging
Oh,
like a
yeah,
hundred a
yeah, she
course or
was.
something, but she was only able to like take like 10 people at a time or something because it wasn't enough. So that's why she joined iGenius, because she would be able to impact more people. Bitch, shut up. Shut up. You're just
Oh, I
looking
know.
for easy money.
Yeah. And she got it. She got all the fast start stuff and all that sort of you know, the original stuff that they joined for. And that's what, like, I hope that there's some shit going down with Q Sciences taking all those It Works people.
Mm-hmm.
Uh it's they are really snaky companies, and everybody likes to say, "Oh my God, it's the best, it's the best." But they're all doing shady shit. All of them, and
Mm-hmm.
they're all the same. You
It's
know.
the same shit, just in a different package.
And the Q Science is their CEO and president. They fly people out. They fly them out to court them and to say, "Oh, would you come to my company for this much money?" You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's so the second highest earner in Q Sciences, her name's Kristen Wyatt. She's making a big statement apparently on Facebook because the It Works person is the one who didn't take the offer. So if
Mm-hmm.
anyone hasn't watched Jessica Hicks's latest couple of videos, definitely check them out. There's been a big exodus from It Works.
Mm-hmm.
And but one person didn't take the offer and has spilled the beans on the offer. And
Mm-hmm.
so the Q Sciences are definitely having to do a little bit of um uh backtracking and explaining. And Kristen's like, you know, I don't take bullying. I'm like, ma'am, it's not bullying to tell people about the offer your president like made to her to come to the company, you know?
Bullying is not the same as being held accountable.
No, no. And I think that Q Sciences does this. I don't know how it's sustainable though. Like they're not a new company. They're as old as Monat, like they're as old as a lot of the companies, and they keep saying ground floor, and it's just so messy. Um,
And even then,
but you
there's really
can,
no benefits to a ground floor opportunity anymore, because how many MLMs have we seen in recent like months just fizzle out because they had like a shitty first sale or pre-sale or whatever the hell. Some people didn't get their product, like Elamir. They were selling
yeah,
the product, but they didn't have it in stock, and they had to pay shipping twice to even receive their product. And some people didn't even get it, and just all the bad publicity with pretending to have the product that they didn't have. Some companies don't. It doesn't even matter anymore if the company's new, because people are starting to see through the bullshit, and I think that's great.
yeah, yeah, and
Hi,
Elamir
DC.
especially, like they really dropped off. Hi, DC. Yeah, Elamir, like they used to have their coffee talks on a Saturday morning, and I just saw the numbers go down, down, down there. Awakened is going okay. They've been a bit quiet over the holidays. like over this time, but they're also in a lawsuit, so it's like,
Yeah.
but Bella Grace will be the next one that will be a little bit interesting because of those girls who came over from Ariel. But
Yeah.
Rita, the one that JJ was
Yeah.
focusing on, the one with the who breeds the dogs, she's
Hmm.
joined Bella Grace.
Oh God.
She went from so this year she was in Prove It, she went to Elamir, she left Elamir to go back to Prove It, and now she's gone to Bella Grace.
Bro. She's a MLM hopper for sure. But even like going back to Elamir, even in the chats, because I was in some chats, people just started saying how like, oh, it didn't even work for me. Like I tried it for like 10 days and nothing happened. There was no difference aside from like peeing extra yellow or something like that. And so I was just like, I mean, at least people are actually like considering, but there, and then there was other people that were seeing green and shit, and I'm just like, what? That sounds like
Yeah.
LSD, my guy. That doesn't what, that doesn't sound like turmeric and curcumin or whatever. The what is it?
No.
The other
Uh,
ingredient?
Thiamine,
NAC.
NAC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
NAC. Um,
wild.
and the thing with Elamir and Awakened is they've both got companies where they've said you can join whatever you want,
Yeah,
and so they are. Like,
that's
oh my
crazy.
god, yeah. Oh, there was cross recruiting in. Who was I thinking about with cross recruiting? Oh, well, on one of the Elamir chats I'm in, somebody was like, does anyone want to buy any strips off of me really quick? I'm like, ooh, why? And somebody said, I'll DM you. Um, and oh, it was, the girl who's don't be rude, that girl, who
Yeah,
Aaron's done a couple of videos on. She was still cross recruiting on one of it was like a rank up story, and she was like, I'm still looking for leaders out there. I'm like, are you kidding me? No wonder people are like, being saying that you're doing the wrong thing. You're still trying to, yeah, Tracy, that's it, Jessica. Um, you're doing the wrong thing, obviously. You
hi
don't cross
Kafkin.
recruit. All right, well, we can leave it here. I don't think that we're going to get much more that's different out of Veronica because I don't know, she's very predictable. So
I agree.
it's proven one that she is the same person and seems like she came out of the womb like that, just like with the strut,
With
you
the,
know.
yep,
Oh,
with the
DC, you
arrogance.
missed the strut. DC,
Mm.
you missed the
My
Veronica
supermodel walk.
strut. Yes, Jessica Tracy did join Awaken, but I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, I haven't seen her talk about Elamir in a minute, actually. So maybe she has just joined Awaken and left Elamir by the wayside, which would be funny because she's got an Elamir tattoo. How crazy, crazy, crazy people. Yes.
Word of
Um,
advice: don't tattoo your MLM on you or your man's name. Don't do it.
and any tattooist that will do it is dodgy as well. Most tattooists, and unless you've been with them for like 20 years and stuff like that. Oh
Which, by
yeah,
the
yeah.
way, someone asked me if this was an ex-boyfriend because it says Elijah on my wrist. That's my nephew, y'all. It's not. I would never tattoo a man's name on my body.
Yeah, so DC said you looked into the Christian conference she's promoting and it's sketchy. That's what I thought too. It had all these dog whistles that were just like MLM talk. There was entrepreneur. There was just all these little words that they were saying. I'm like, this sounds like an MLM, but it's looks like it's just a Christian conference. So I'd be interested to know, yeah, like what that's all about because she does think that she is the world's now that she's out of network marketing. She's the world's best Christian as well as the world's best everything, you know,
She is just the best.
salesperson. Ah, yes. Yes, uh, Jess on, I'm pretty sure on TikTok, Hattie Rowe has some good MLM tattoos, some TikToks on them. So the worst ones were the unique ones. Oh God, they were ugly. Ugh, like a big blob on your wrist. Ugh, yuck. All
Don't
right.
do
Well,
it.
thank you so much for being here,
Thank you for
Kareenah.
having me.
Exciting.
Look at this girl.
Mine got too squiggly. Like the boy he was biting. I'm like, oh, okay, this is new. I'm gonna put you down. Uh,
Yeah.
yes, and you can find Kareenah on IG. If I think most people who are here are no are following Kareenah already. Yeah. And we've got some more. We've got some Clown Town coming up. We've got some Jessica coming up, and some more other videos. I think my TISHMAS is probably going to be like extended just because I missed a few days there. So we'll it'll work out. It'll be fine because I imagine there won't be much coming out over Christmas. So
Yeah.
I'll take advantage of that. Jessica,
Also, if you haven't liked the stream already, like the stream. If you haven't subscribed to
yes,
Tish,
please like the
please
stream.
do follow her on Instagram. She's great. I love her. And thank you so much for having me here.
No worries. All right. Goodbye, everybody. We
Bye, my
will see you next
dudes.
time. Bye.
Bye.